Let's make 30-gram protein breakfasts. That's what we're going to talk about. Good morning. My name is Kylie. I'm an integrative and functional dietitian. Typically, I come here chatting with you more specifically about gut, digestive, autoimmunity health. But the foundation of how all of that stuff is going to help come together for you is by having your daily habits and routines right. And one of the things that you are just not going to be able to get away from is making sure that you have adequate protein. Protein is essential for nearly every single thing that happens in our body. It is about getting the amino acid content within the protein that is so important. All of our hormones are made up of these different amino acids. All of the reactions and things that happen in our body do so in tandem with different things that depend on amino acids, okay? So the first meal of the day, whatever time that is for you, I would love to share with you that you should consider aiming for 30 grams of protein minimum. You're coming off of an overnight fast. Replenish that body with all of these amino acids and do it at that 30-gram mark, because when you do that, you are receiving above a certain threshold of, we don't have to go into the specifics, but above a certain threshold of certain amino acids that is going to kick your body into something called muscle protein synthesis. This is when you start actually being able to build muscle, actually being able to repair from the amino acid content that you're consuming, okay? So let's talk about how you do that, because then once you have an idea of how to get 30 grams at breakfast, you can start thinking about it at your other meals. And that is how you're going to start to grow actually getting enough protein in your day. So first things first, people will often say to me, oh, I have eggs every morning, I get enough protein. One egg equals about 6 grams of protein. So unless you're eating 5 eggs, you're not even close. Most of us will have 2 or 3 eggs. There's nothing wrong with it. Eggs are a wonderful, nutrient-dense food. There's nothing wrong with an egg. However, if you have 2 eggs, you're getting about 12 grams of protein. You're not even halfway to our goal of 30, okay? So one idea would be to have 3 scrambled eggs. I'm making up some examples, okay? You guys can take these as inspiration. You can make your eggs however you want. You could add in whatever you want or need. But one idea would be to have 3 scrambled eggs. This is a meal that I often do. Add some feta cheese. And all of the cheese recommendations are a little bit different. But for example, this one for 2 tablespoons is 6 grams of protein. Okay, so now I've got 3 eggs at 6 grams, the cheese at 6 grams, that's 6 times 4. I'm already at 24 grams of protein. From there, sometimes what I'll do is I'll have some of this, and I'm not affiliated with any of these brands, so it's just an example of what I do. This is Base Culture sourdough bread. I'll have 2 slices. In each slice, there's 9 carbohydrates and 3 grams of protein. That's another 6. There we're at 30. Now you can see I didn't eat an insane amount of food, did I? 3 eggs with some cheese, I put some hot sauce on it, and 2 pieces of toast. That's probably not incredibly far off from something you might be doing now. But understanding how to optimize what you're currently working with to really, really fit a specific goal, that's where you're going to start to see the needle move a little bit. Another thing that I do a lot is I'll make 4 slices of turkey bacon. So turkey bacon, again, typically has about 6 grams of protein. And then maybe I'll do an egg as well, something like that. That one is really good if you don't find yourself super hungry in the morning and you want something a little bit lighter. Strips of turkey bacon don't have a ton to them, and it doesn't fill you up a lot, but it is getting that protein goal. Now on the flip side, if you wake up and you're ravenous, that one might not be very filling for you. You might need more. Which you can add. You're certainly welcome to go over 30 grams, not a problem, but we want to hit at least that, okay? Another option would be to have something like, here are some yogurts that we have. We really like using Siggi's, And typically they've got 14 or 15 grams of protein. 14 grams right there. So something like this, and then that's 14 grams, halfway there. Maybe you have a little protein shake to go with that. Maybe you're on the go. Also, maybe you have hard-boiled eggs and you take those. That would be a great one on the go. I would normally put some berries and maybe some nuts in there, or some cocoa nibs, cacao nibs, for a little fiber. Okay, so that would be an option. Another one that I do are protein pancakes. So I will take 2 eggs, mix it up with 1 very mushy banana, like the mushiest ever. It's too actually mushy to eat. And then what I do is I put 1 serving of protein powder, whatever that is for you. I'm gonna show you an example. So I happen to have Vital Proteins right now. Again, I'm not affiliated with any of these. The serving size for this one happens to be 2 scoops. So this is a whey protein powder, and what we'll do is I will put 2 scoops. Now, if your protein powder is 1 scoop, then just use that. And this has 25 grams of protein just in this, plus the 6 grams each from the egg. That's an extra 12. So you can start to see how you can build up to this 30 grams and not feel like you either have to eat so much food that you're gonna feel sick, or have to make a gourmet meal, right? I make these pancakes up. It takes me maybe 10 minutes. If you don't even have 10 minutes during your day, I understand that too. You have other options, but you could also batch these. So make a whole bunch of them and then have them for the week. Here is what I'm gonna say. This goes for things like quiches as well, okay? If you're gonna make something in batches, understand how much of that is going to get you that 30 grams so that you aren't accidentally thinking you're accomplishing it, all the while you've miscalculated. Does this make sense? So if you're gonna make, for example, several batches of the pancakes, make 1 batch first. Understand how many pancakes and at what size that's going to make you. That way, when you make a whole bunch for the week, you can appropriately divide them out. I don't want you putting a lot of effort into something only to then unknowingly get it wrong for yourself, right? I don't want you to be taken advantage of. And that, again, that goes the same for quiche. So a lot of people will say, oh, I've made quiche for the entire week. Like, it's got tons of eggs in it. That's wonderful. Well, if you put 2 dozen eggs into a quiche with a bunch of vegetables and it's delicious and it looks amazing, and then you slice that into 12 squares, you're down to getting 2 eggs again. Now, maybe that's the base of what you want to start with. You could do that. A lot of people will add something like cottage cheese to that. And again, check your serving size. I think I have some here. It's probably bad. I should take a look at this. But if you check your cottage cheese, Good Culture is a really nice brand to consider. This is for a half a cup, right? So don't forget to measure that. 14 grams of protein. Okay, so that could be hugely helpful. There's also different recipes you can look up. Cottage cheese is like having a moment right now. If you like cottage cheese, you should really dive in because there's tons of options for using it. If you don't worry, its moment will pass. And if you're like me, it's not my thing, but Brian loves it. And I know it's been really, really helpful for a lot of people. So don't shy away from it either. Ricotta cheese also is worth considering. It's got not quite as much as cottage cheese, but if that's a little bit more mild and you like it and tolerate it, that could be a really great choice too. The last thing that I'm going to show you, which is not my top option for starting your day out with, but let's just be honest, like sometimes this is what the day calls for, okay? And this is something called Magic Spoon. If you've not already tried it, you must. So there's 13 grams of protein in about 1 cup of cereal, and they have all of these wonderful flavors. So right now we've got cookies and cream, chocolate, There's peanut butter up there. There's oatmeal cookie up there. This is birthday cake. Like, again, is this the most nutrient dense option? No. Is it an option to help you on certain days where you just need something like this? Yeah, it's a tool and it's gonna help you get there. Is it perfect? We're not saying that. Is it part of maybe life and just enjoying something? Yes. Is it a great option for a snack? You know it is. Look at that beautiful pantry. I hope some of these 30-gram protein meals have helped you. If you would like some more inspiration, you can click the link in the comments. I have created a protein-focused meal plan. It's 27 different meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and desserts. All of them, I think, except the desserts, have at minimum 30 grams of protein. So you can download that for free. You can use it for inspiration. You can share it and send it to people who you know are also trying to work on getting their protein needs up. Right now, my focus is my parents. As we age, that protein becomes so vital for your brain health, for dementia and preventing it, for falls, for women who are post and perimenopausal, all of these things. The protein is something that you are going to be able to find such a wide net that gets cast in terms of all of its benefits. Let me know which recipes have been your absolute favorite, and let me know which ones you've tweaked a little bit to make perfect for your own needs. I will see you back here next week.